Hello and welcome to Jedi Fallen Order. Today we are doing a permadeath of this game. I know I talked about it at least a little bit before now. I don't think anyone took me seriously, to be honest with you. I don't, like, they just were like, they either were like, oh, okay, or they were like, you're crazy. But I know based on the previous things you've done that you're probably telling the truth. But no, I am gonna do a permadeath. I probably will take a while to beat it. Because I did do a permadeath Kingdom Hearts 2 for those who have been around for a while. It's actually been a while since I'd finished that, hasn't it? It's been a good few months. I didn't expect when I finished that to start another permadeath, and I believe I said at the end of that I wouldn't do another permadeath. So we're going to be doing this on Grandmaster because I could do it on story mode, but that would be like the easiest permadeath ever. I feel like this would be balanced, but you know, it's Grandmaster. If you gotta do a permadeath, you gotta do it on the hardest difficulty. That's why I did Kingdom Hearts 2's permadeath on critical. I also loved when I was doing that, people asked me what difficulty it was on. And I was like, it's on beginner, you know, I'm struggling with this so much on beginner. The only downside to doing this permadeath is I can't skip cutscene, but I will probably get sick of seeing this intro cutscene. But it's good music. Also, I think it was my last playthrough of this game. I was questioning how the Inquisitors knew Cal had used the Force. It's that drone there. That probe droid comes by, and when you use the Force to save Prague, Prof, it's in the background, like just before that. It'd be really embarrassing if I died like immediately. I almost died immediately on one of my previous playthroughs of this game. I was practicing my skills of this game earlier today, and the game crashed when I was fighting a Inquisitor. Not an Inquisitor, a Purge droid. Purge trooper. I parried it and then killed it, and then the game crashed. It was like, you can't beat a Purge trooper without getting hit. How dare you? And then the game crashed. I imagine that's why. They wanted to limit my skill, and I'm talking a lot of smack right now, and which means I'll die immediately. Probably should get as many secrets as I can as soon as I can. I feel like that's the way to go, because that increases your health and maximum force. You can get the stim canisters, which I know a majority of them are. Also, I am not opposed to using the force flying glitch, which is where you jump and spam force slow, and you basically fly. I think you need double jump to pull it off correctly. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's easier to do on PC than it is on console, because I never could do it in console. And then I have recently been like, I was doing like 100% stuff my off time on the PC version, and I was doing it consistently, but it was again 100% stuff. So I don't know if it works pre double jump. Did that just happen, or did they intentionally cut that? You know, like, was that an accident? Or was that on purpose? Because, like, I deserve workman's comp if it's on purpose. Or even if it's an accident, I suppose. I feel like this is a trap.
2 seconds later.
Oh, it was. That's crazy. Apparently, there's mods to speed up the cutscenes. I might end up making a poll to see if you guys would allow that. Because waste a lot of time having to sit through these cutscenes. If I could speed them up, at least, it would be something. You can't skip them. That's for some reason not allowed.
I found the Jedi.
That line I always find really stupid. It's like, clearly, Like, we know the Jedi. This is the Jedi. Like, you can't. Also, you can't take credit for it because you clearly didn't. You start off with very little health. I didn't touch that other guy. He's wimp. Yeah, they just keep coming if you don't do the particular ways of killing them that they want you to do. So you see, I'm not terrible at this game. Like, it's not unrealistic. It's just difficult. But I shouldn't, you know, get too cocky. Definitely have to be like focused for a lot of the game. Unlike with the Kingdom Hearts, there were definitely times where I could just be like, alright, this is an easy section, I don't have to pay attention. But like, for this game, I think I definitely should be paying attention all the time. Unless there's like no enemies on the screen. And even then, I should probably be at least paying a little bit of attention. Hey, at least the tutorial of this game isn't super boring, like in Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, basically, anybody with a blaster I want to take out from afar, because I can parry their attacks. It's like parrying in general, that's all, you want to really get good at that, for this sort of thing. Oh, I didn't know that was possible. Can't die in this fight, and you can't win it, so I think it's smart just to die. I'll try it. I'll try to get as far as you can, but like, you can't beat this fight. You can't kill her here. It's not a real fight. There we go. See, you can't die. It gives you like a sliver, and then you're just done.
Got him!
Yeah, he totally didn't die after that with how much health he had left. I feel like stormtroopers are easier than the enemies on this planet. Also, if you want to be watching these cutscenes for the story, too bad, I don't care. I know some people do that, like they watch people play through games instead of playing them themselves because they either don't want to buy the game or they don't have the console the game is on. I think I did that with a couple of games. I was like, well, I don't have this game, I probably won't ever play it, and then so I watched the cutscenes of it, or watched people play through it. There you go. There is not a secret, but in Forsaker that I can get here. Basically, anything that gives me experience, I want to get for the perks. Force Echoes, killing easy enemies like this. The secrets are important too. Secrets, like I said, give you life essences, and force essences, which increase your overall force and health. So, kind of important. One of those things is after you fight Ogno Bogno. I don't think it's smart to fight him now. So I know I can beat him at this stage in the game, but it's difficult with how much health I have, what perks I have, all that sort of stuff. I think it's smarter to come back later. But what I can get actually is the thing in here. I feel like that's something I didn't really do a whole lot in my Kingdom Hearts 2 Permadeath, is like go and grab things that might make it easier. Because with Kingdom Hearts 2, there wasn't as much of that stuff. There's like synthesis and all that, but that would require grinding, which I normally did do a lot of grinding in that Permadeath. This game has a lot more, you explore the game and get rewarded. So it makes sense that there'd be stuff I have to go out of my way to get that would make it easier on me. Like even before I leave this planet to move on, I'm gonna go grab a stim canister. Because there's one you can get at this point in the game. I thought you needed more for it later like I thought you needed more force powers, but you can actually get it in this point in the game. I do have to be mindful of when I meditate. Because meditation revives all the nearby enemies, or just any enemy that has been killed, unless it's like a boss, like Ogno Bogno. If it's possible, just skip over the section of Dathomir where you like go and like you have to slide down that thing, and then you have to fight the big bat. I will, because there's just like so much that can kill you in that area. I want to spend as little time on Dathomir as I possibly can. I think there's only like one stim in Dathomir as well. That is a little tricky to get to. In fact, I'm not going to Dathomir until you have to for the story. So easy to die, especially early game. Do I want to fight that? I will. It's probably really stupid of me to try to fight it, but... There we go. Easy peasy. Why was I even, like, a little bit worried? Master at parrying. And then I get hit. The stem is in this area, but I can't reach it from here. It's up there, but I would need force pull to get that down. But there is another way in there, it's just I have to backtrack to get to it. When I was doing the Kingdom Hearts 2 Permadeath, there were sections of the game where I was like, alright, I really had to focus here because I know I die here a lot. I wonder how long it gets, it takes me to get to that point where I'm like, alright, I gotta focus up. Or if it's just gonna be like, I gotta focus up the whole time and I can never let my guard down. I definitely can get the stim now, though. One extra stim is always helpful.
Stim crate. Wait, can you carry more? Thanks, BD1.
I mean, reasonably, I could just kind of like sit here and grind on these easier things. In fact, I think that might be a good idea. Sure, it's boring, but it's smart. Yeah, when I was playing through Kingdom Hearts Permadeath, there were several occasions where I stopped to grind for levels. I liked the idea of doing this as a Permadeath a little more than Kingdom Hearts 2. Although Kingdom Hearts 2 I like a lot better, and it was a lot of fun to do the Permadeath. I could have, if I wanted to, just level up to 99 on, you know, early game Heartless. Or early game Nobodies, I mean. Whereas this game, though, like, even if you get all the perks early on, doesn't make it, like, 100%, like, free. The perks are helpful in a lot of ways, but they don't give you fights, you know? Whereas I feel like in games like Kingdom Hearts, leveling up, like over leveling, could definitely just like give you a lot of the game for free. I think it's definitely a good idea to jump attack the Bogno. I'm gonna call them Bogno. I'm not gonna worry about what they're called. They're called Bognos. That's probably what they're called, but I know that the Ogno Bogno as part of their name, and I don't remember if it's the Ogno part or the Bogno part. Fairly certain it's the Bogno part, but I could be wrong. I don't know why it's not showing my progress as I kill these things. Maybe early game it doesn't do that as much, I don't know. A lot of Permadeath really is just practicing the fighting. I didn't practice a whole lot in Kingdom Hearts 2's Permadeath, which is probably why I struggled so much, but I feel like Especially as I got later in the challenge, I got to the point where I was dying grinding. Like I was not dying that much on the bosses or force encounters, but I would lower my guard during grind sessions. That's how I ended up dying. Like a lot of the time. It is pretty balanced that I can't get all the perks now. You get more perks as you get more force abilities. I died. Uh-huh. I shouldn't have changed my strategy. That's where I went wrong, man. I was like, I'll use some of these stronger attacks. It'll be fine. I don't understand why they kill that guy. Like, do they just not realize he's in there and they start firing into that room because I'm in
Shot
there?
coupling out.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It might make more sense to grind on Zepho because I think the enemies on Bogano, you get more experience from them, but they're stronger. Whereas Zepho, you're facing off like stormtroopers, who, as you can see, are pretty simple to kill. Stormtroopers and scout troopers. Basically, I made a poll in my. I looked for a mod on Nexus mods, looking for something to speed up the cutscenes, either to skip them or like fast forward them or something like that. And none exists as far as I'm aware. However, there is a mod that makes New Game Plus work as if it was any other game. Basically, New Game Plus in most games, if you don't know, it will just like carry over upgrades and abilities like that. And there are two versions of that for in the mod, but in the base game, all it does is carry over cosmetics. So like, I have all these ponchos, and I have these two appearances, and that's it. Whereas the mod will carry over the combat skills. There is one that carries over force abilities, but it causes weird progression through the game, so I won't be using that one. It just carries over force abilities, and I think stims. I don't think stims. I think stims they couldn't get to work properly. But it carries over force ability, combat skills.
Oh, this can't be.
I think there's something else it carries over. I can't remember exactly. Oh, it carries over the double lightsaber and the split saber. That's it. I find it crazy they never put a skippable cutscene feature in this game. Cause like it came out in like what, 2016? 2019? 2019 I think it came out actually.
Going somewhere.
Skippable cutscenes were a thing for a long time before then. Kinda sucks I can sisters. I think it goes until either you get 2 damage or you break her guard. So I got a new mic, and when I ordered it, it said should arrive June 14th or Thursday, June 14th. I'm like, cool. That's today, by the way. And, I guess if you're. And this morning I checked my emails, and it said to arrive tomorrow on the 15th.
The Empire doesn't know this place exists.
But there was no like email about like it being delayed or something. I don't know why.
We're done hiding, Cap.
It's only like a day later, so it's not too bad. And I did get free shipping.
Until then, there's someone here I think you should meet.
I have mentioned this millions of times. So why does her eyes look like that? She looks like a frog. It freaks me out a little. But yeah, it seems most people do agree that I should be allowed to use the mod that makes New Game Plus actually work as New Game Plus should. I have yet to install the mod simply because I don't know how to install mods that well, and I don't want to mess something up on my computer. More damage than I expected it would.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Need to scan me or... Okay.
Racy there? We're not finished yet.
You didn't...
Okay, you probably would have won.
Not if you didn't try at all. I don't know why that happened. That was weird. I think he was trying to get back on the zip line, but he can't because I can't go up zip lines. I can only go down them. That was strange. Only getting hit once isn't bad. I don't think I want to grind on those things, actually. Because, what made it so simple to grind on them before is because, I could, like, basically half their health with the aerial attack. But I don't want to risk dying to them. I think it makes more sense to level grind on Zepho against the stormtroopers than it is to do it here. Apparently there's such thing as fall damage in this game, but I've never seen it, so. Like I was, when looking at mods, I saw that there's a mod that removes fall damage. I was like,
Thanks, BD1.
what? There's no fall damage. Unless it means like when you fall off a cliff, and then when you respawn you have a little less health.
Dathomir Zepho, it's your choice.
You know, I'm not going to Dathomir right now. That would be a death sentence. The enemies there are so tough that I don't want... If I can avoid fighting any of those enemies at any point in the story, I will. I know I have to go to Dathomir eventually. But I don't have to go there. Really no point.
But what is that thing saying? I don't know why people have droids.
2 seconds later.
Can you tell that bucket of balls to keep his opinion to himself?
There's a cave over here that I want to look at. There's a stem in this cave, so I want to get that. Having 2 extra stems at the very beginning of the game is just a smart choice.
You're a lifesaver, you know that? Looking good, buddy.
So you know, if we see one of those big things, I'm running. Why? We can take down a Chotaz if we stand together. Says you. I'd rather live than try to kill one of those.
I love how they say that they're not gonna deal with one and then immediately try to kill one. Unless they were talking about like the ram creature.
Looks like a problem.
Looks like a problem, but is it really? Okay. See, not a problem. Looking and being is two different things.
I'm hungry. It's reducing the quality of my posture and aim. Look out! I see. Watch out!
BD1, stim.
I missed the target. Flip up now.
Doing okay, BD1?
I'm gonna scan that guy. Yeah, rocket launchers are quite dangerous before you get the ability to force push. But once you can force push them, not a problem. But you get force push shortly here. It's like the next ability you get. Pretty helpful. By probably helpful, I mean it is helpful. It is life
Moved here by
essence.
stormtroopers.
So.
They seemed anxious for some reason.
Oh, now he's running.
I wasn't running though. Anything. I was literally charging towards you. I guess I was technically running in the case that I was moving faster than a walking speed. But as in I was running away, that's just untrue.
On it. Thanks.
Took me ages to figure this part out. There's a life essence. Alright.
These workers lack proper.
What do you think that was? I got him. It's just me? An intruder! I can't do this by myself.
You're literally a commander. What are you talking about? I mean, you're right. You can't do it by yourself. In fact, you couldn't do it with all your squad mates too, but didn't feel like that was necessarily important at that particular moment.
That's a lot of damage!
Help! BD1!
That was a little shit. But it'd be helpful though. I'll fight it.
Never seen that before.
Died. Alright. I figured it was probably stupid to fight that thing. I got a little bit overconfident after going for like 2 hours without dying and killing all those stormtroopers over and over again. And thank you all for watching. If you like this style of video, it's kind of something new. I don't really split up my videos into two streams into one video, but if you liked it, let me know. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you guys next time.